Okay, so I want to talk about obviously I cover a lot of videos, or I should say I respond to a lot of videos from Destiny Ute's channel. Now this one I do want to talk about mostly because so the video is called "The Black Community Has Failed This Woman," and I want to talk about another reason why I continue to say like stop the birth. The birth has to stop. And I want to like paint this picture. Like you can go watch the video for yourself just to hear the horror and trauma that this woman went through. And it's like I feel like I'm just way too familiar with like other black women going through a very similar thing, and then it's like it's not stopping. It isn't getting better, and I just want to talk about like why it is that way and how you can personally contribute. First of all, stop the birth. Okay? Like I just oh my gosh, like there's something like really wrong. I don't know. I think it might be something that has to do with like America and just like the real like toxic destructive nature of American capitalism, anti-blackness. Like there's a long history there. It could be that is causing this community to be like so bad. But but oh my god, like here's the thing that's strange. If you like a story like this, there should only be like one person who goes through that, and everyone else should like all people involved should be like prosecuted, like put away, jailed. And there's this weird ass thing. This is how we get Medea. This is how the trans weirdness of like Medea and all the other like shit that keeps coming, like the content that keeps coming out from counterculture. Like I literally just I didn't even watch the video, but I saw there's this like singer from like the 2000s, I want to say, Omarion, who put out some video, and the video is him. He's in jail garb, so he puts on like a jail outfit and he's like singing a song. A grown ass man thinks that that's a good idea given like the state of things and the predisposition of young black males to go to prison. Like that is the image that he chooses to put out. I don't know. Like everybody gets to make their own decisions. I feel like I probably wouldn't make that decision if I saw the state of the world, but whatever, to each his own. Not the point though. So basically, this woman went through everything. She was raped at 5 years old by a friend of the family. It's like another black male raped a 5-year-old. I feel like I've made other videos about this. There's something about like gayness and like jail culture that pushes. So I don't want to say all, but there's a lot of like black American males who just like I don't know, there's something like wrong with them. Like how could you possibly see a 5-year-old as a sexual object? I don't know. This is why we have to have that movie. What's the movie with I think it's on Prime now. The movie that was about I'm sorry, I'm gonna look this up because I just want to make sure. Movie about child Sound of Freedom. So if you haven't seen Sound of Freedom, it's probably pretty important to know that that film exists and just know that there are real evil people, and a lot of them are in America. There's a lot of people in America who are just they don't see children as like little people. They see them as like I'm not going to go down that road. The point here is this black woman was raped at 5. Then she was raped again at 14, and then it sounds like the entire community of males had gathered together to just continue to rape her. It was just like these people like live somewhere. There's some community of other people who knew this was happening, and these are adults. And I wonder, like, these people are still alive right now. It sounds like her breath. So it sounds like after the first time she was raped, they take her away from her mother, even though it was some friend of the family, they take her away from her mother. Like, her mother didn't do the raping. It was like another male to do. This is another thing why I continue to say, like, a lot of males are a danger to society. Like, so some I don't know why, like, the a child was left with a male or something. Like, I couldn't explain that. I don't know. So yes, the mother is at fault, but I don't think that, like, and it sounds like the guy who did the raping didn't even go to jail. So they rip apart the child from the mother, even though it was some creepy dude who did the raping. Okay, so then that happens, right? So then she goes to live with an aunt or something, and then other people in the community continue to rape her. She has a baby at like 14. Then she's in like a domestic abuse relationship. The whole thing. The whole thing is just like, I don't, it was just, it's like sentence after sentence, trauma porn. Trauma porn day 1, trauma porn day 2, trauma porn day 3, trauma porn day 4. I think we just need to stop this genetic line. Just stop it. I think there should be a law, like, no black children are allowed to be born in America. It is now illegal. No more. There's something wrong. Yes, the black community has some real fucking issues. This is another reason, like, on this channel, I continue to do things in solitude. This is Olivia does shit. It has nothing to do with no family member. It has nothing to do with no man. Has nothing to do with the government. Fuck all of them. Like, no. They are over there living their own lives. This is another reason I want to be clear here. Like, other races and cultures of people have communities. You see the Jewish community showing up, speaking out, advocating for their people right now. That's how it's supposed to be. You also see groups of Arabs right now speaking out in support of Palestinian people. That is how it's supposed to be. There's like 100 black men who are going to die today of, like, homicide. Nobody speaks out. It's because nobody cares. That's, like, the honest truth, including me. But, like, I'm sorry. Like, there's something really wrong. First of all, there is no black community here. And to all the people who are telling you that there is, they're fucking lying. They're bullshitting. How could shit like this happen? There were so many people who, like, knew that. The thing is, another reason I think it's just a really clear example of, like, men are the problem. First of all, like, how can a male, adult, unmarried men are indicators of, like, just catastrophe, really. And the reason that that's the case is because, like, humans have sexual urges. That's especially, like, human males. I feel like women, for some reason, with, like, the hormones or something, could just probably not have sex for a very long time and it would be fine. They find other interests, right? Like books, walks, music, writing. There's just always something. And just in terms of, like, human biology, I'm not, like, making this up. I think it's really, like, a genetic thing where, like, I don't know, women will just find other interests and it will be okay. But if it's not clear, like, this woman was just born to be, like, a victim. Like, her whole, and the weird part about it is that there are social workers who seem to be, like, aware that, like, this was happening to her and, like, nobody intervened. Like, there was no organization that helped. Nothing. It was just like, oh yeah, another black woman who's about to die. This is fine. It's fine. This is okay. That's okay. Just a little blackie. Fuck her. It's just, like I said, America gives no shits about black women, and it's unfortunate. It's really sad. And I feel like I'm gonna write about this just, like, a little bit more, but I wanted to give, like, my 2 cents on it. Initially, because I think it's important to continue this conversation. Anyway, I'll come back to this later.